Welcome to the insanity of my live stream. Oh, happy birthday, Saxon! So I didn't intend to do the stream until tonight, but somebody pissed me off. So, Saxon, I hope you don't mind, but you're getting a bitch fest for your birthday, courtesy of me. No, the thing is, somebody pissed me off, but I don't know who pissed me off, and that will make sense in a minute. So this morning, when we got up, Robert! So this morning when I got up, my son found this stuck to our front door. Okay, this is, in case you're wondering, a list of rules for living here in the complex. And it has a paper stapled to the front of the rules to point out the ones that have recently, very recently, been broken. Dead man walking, Caden. Hey, what you doing, buddy? Now I understand when you break the rules. And, I understand that sometimes when you break the rules, you get called out on it. What I don't get is who did it, because all the people in my building, country fan, welcome. All the people that live in my building would probably not have turned anybody in because they are either guilty of the rules that were broken or are too busy to give a shit what anybody else is doing. Here for 10 minutes. Okay. So what it makes me wonder is, yes, there's a possibility it was a person in our building, but there's a more distinct possibility it was one of the tenants in one of the other buildings. Now, here is the thing. If you're breaking the rules and you get caught, you have to face up to it. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is one of the rules that they pointed out that was being broken. And no, nobody's in trouble, just for the record. It just pisses me off because people are stupid and lazy and nosy. Elsa! What are you doing live at this time of day? Well, somebody pissed me off. Elsa, how about that? Let me see this. Not allowed to have pets. I get that. But there's a thing here that says there is also pet bowls with food in the breezeways from residents feeding the strays. This is not allowed due to this being a pet-free place. Here's what gets me. I know where those pet bowls are. No, I didn't put them out, but I do know where they are. I know where they're sitting, and I know they are not in the specific view of a lot of people. That's a legitimate reason. Thank you. So basically, to have seen the actual pet bowls, you would have had to come closer to our building and to the other buildings where those bowls are sitting. Okay. And then, after you got close enough to see the bowls, then report it to housing. Okay, that pisses me off on a lot of levels. Now, I am a nosy person. By nature, I am a nosy-ass person, okay? However, I just, like to know what's going on, and I'm honest enough to say I'm nosy. But I wouldn't get somebody in trouble just because I knew they were doing something. And to anybody that knows me, that is blatantly obvious, because I know a lot of stuff, I just don't tell it. Were you caught red-handed having pets? No. One of the issues is people having pets, but the other issue is like bowls of pet food sitting outside for like stray animals. Now, I know who put those bowls there, and no, I'm damn sure not going to tell. Honey, me too. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. And Elsa, I'm going to guess you might agree with this, but you might not. This involves a dog that was recently in the neighborhood. Okay, I know for a fact that's why the pet bowl was set out with food in it. But to have seen the bowl of food, you would have had to come close to either the apartment or the building that food was set out at in order to see the bowl and what was in it. And then take your sorry ass back to your apartment and report it to housing. Look, just because you don't have a life doesn't mean you should try to stir up trouble for other people. You sorry ass. Okay? I know it's against the rules to have pets. I know it's against the rules to feed strays. But I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I can watch an animal to death and die. I do not have that in me. My heart is way too big for that. And if housing finds me 25 or 50 bucks for throwing a hot dog wiener out to a stray dog, then let them find me, okay? Because you sorry ass motherfuckers, and I don't mean housing, I mean the people that reported it to housing that somebody was feeding a stray. You may not care what happens to another living creature on this earth, but some of us do. And we don't have the heart to let something starve and die in front of us. So if we see an animal and it is hungry, we are going to feed it. Housing, I understand your rules and why they're there. Okay, but I'm sorry, I don't have the heart to watch something starve to death and die. All right? The particular animal was a dog in this specific situation. But it wasn't just a random stray dog. It was someone's pet that had gotten away. That food was put there for two reasons. One, the animal was hungry. And two, to help keep the dog coming closer to us. Basically, how do I say this? To get the dog to come to us to give to the owner. We were not keeping the dog. We had no intent on keeping the dog. That dog belonged to somebody. We took pictures of that dog and put it on Facebook so that the owner would see it. The owner did see it and came to get the dog. Having that food and calling for the dog to come helped the owner catch the dog and take it home where it belonged. The owner loved that dog. We did not want to see it starve to death, and we wanted the owner to be able to get it back. Okay, so to the sorry ass motherfucker that reported it to housing that strays were being fed, fuck you. Corner somewhere and die. Just because you don't have a life and you don't have people that care about you doesn't mean other people feel that way. We are not going to let something starve because you are a heartless, cold bitch and asshole. At least have a heart. If you can watch a dog suffer, then you don't have one. Exactly. You agree. Yeah. A stray dog ever comes to our house and it doesn't belong to someone, I will take it and give it to a good home. Yeah. I understand that housing has rules. I don't have a problem with that. But in this specific situation, that dog belonged to somebody. The owner could not catch it because the dumbass out back kept calling the dog to come back there. The owner wanted that dog. It just happened to get away. Okay? And they were desperately trying to find it and wanting it back. The purpose of the food bowl was to help the dog come here so that they could take the dog home. Recreated the picture twice. Privacy now, and he's suing the band. I'm sure he ain't gonna get privacy. No, he ain't gonna get privacy. And if he recreated it, that just shot any excuse he has all to hell. Especially since he recreated it twice for the fame. Yeah, now you're not going to get privacy. So, crawl off somewhere. I'm sorry, but I can't watch something starve. I just can't do it. And whoever reported that to housing is a cold, heartless bitch and an asshole. I can't stand to see something starve to death. I can't. The purpose of my stream was twofold. It was to wish Saxon a happy birthday. You can't either. See, it's not just me. And the neighbors in this building are the same way as I am, because we've talked about it. We can't stand to see something starve. And, for the person that reported it, person and or people that reported it to housing, you need to live somewhere up in the with nobody around, no people around at all whatsoever. Or just in the middle of a great big field with no people around. Okay? Because obviously living around people is not your thing. And you don't want to live originally I set up in a holler, but no, because if you lived in the main head of a holler off to yourself with no people around, if it's a holler, there's going to be animals, and you're not going to want that because obviously you hate animals, you motherfucker. And do excuse my language, I don't go there a lot. But when somebody pisses me off this bad because they have no life, they have no friends, and they're complete, cold, heartless assholes, it just flies all over me. Except ants, maybe. Yeah. Where's Alvin? We were just talking on Messenger. Damn it, Alvin, where the hell are you? I can't see it. I can't see letting anything or anyone starve. I mean, how cold and heartless do you have to be? That poor, oh my God, that poor baby, that dog, I'm calling it a baby. It's because it was such a sweet and loving animal. You could tell immediately that it was somebody's, which was why we posted the picture on Facebook to let people know, hey, this dog is here at Douglas if somebody's missing it. I mean, in less than 24 hours, somebody responded and came to get that dog. Okay, in less than 24 hours, there was a response. Please don't hit the animal in the holler for fun or try to score 75. Damn it, Elsa. Now I can't hit it. Honest to God, there was a cat in the parking lot, and my son picked it up and moved it and put it in the grass to keep me from hitting it because I was afraid I was going to hit it. But it was so sweet and so friendly that it kept coming back to the car because it wanted attention from us. And my son finally just opened the car door and just picked the cat up and shut the door so that I could back up without fear of hitting the cat. Okay? Because we're that kind of people. No, we didn't kill the cat. We picked it up so that it didn't get hit by a car, and we took it somewhere safe. Okay? You cannot treat people or animals like that and expect to have anybody in your life that cares about you. You just can't. Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, it's so stupid. So for anyone who missed it, what set me off was this, which was stuck to the door this morning. Everybody here in the complex got one. And it's almost a yearly thing where they send out this paper right here. This is a list of rules. And I kid you not, it actually says project rules. You're welcome. I started calling it the projects shortly after I moved in here. And it kind of stuck, actually says project rules. This is the rules you have to go by in order to live here. Okay, but it's got this paper attached to the front of it that has the 4 things apparently that have been reported, that rules that have been broken. And the first one on the list was several residents are keeping pets in their apartments. Yes, I'm going to do it in that voice. So the rules that have been broken recently are several residents are keeping animals and or pets in their apartments. There is also pet bowls with food in breezeways from residents feeding strays. This is not allowed due to Douglas being a pet-free complex. We are looking into putting a pet policy into effect, but until the policy goes into effect, we have to abide by the rules. Rule number 25. Oh, okay. Have a good day, country fam. Okay, let's see. Number 25. No animals are permitted on the leased premises due to liability to the complex. Any tenant with an animal inside the apartment will be evicted. A $50 fine will be assessed to families caring for stray animals after 3 reports are received in the office by tenants or visible by a housing representative. I knew it would be on there, yes. Number 2. We have residents driving their cars and or trucks on the lawn. Again, this is not allowed. Rule number 23. Number 23 states, tenants must compensate the landlord for any damages to the grounds, trees, or shrubs in the project caused by tenants' household members. Any tenant or tenant's guest witnessing any act of destruction or vandalism is to report it to the landlord immediately. Shh, Elsa. No, apparently, now I know of one person specifically that was driving their vehicle on the lawn. Actually 2. I know of 2 people. One, they're a rather older person, and they have trouble packing their groceries in all the way through the breezeway. So what they were doing was going around to the other side of the building and pulling off in the grass so that they're right next to their apartment and can just carry it that way because it's quicker. And the other one is just a sorry ass that doesn't want to do anything and apparently doesn't like to walk through the breezeway to their apartment, even though they live downstairs. Anyway, breezeways are to be, I'm sorry, rule number 3, or the third thing on the list. Breezeways need to be kept clean at all times. We have had a few that will set their garbage out and take it out days, and take it down days later to the dumpster. Again, this is not allowed due to the attraction of rodents and staining the concrete. Effective immediately, any garbage left in the breezeways will be taken down by staff, and tenants will be charged for removal. Basically, people are setting garbage outside their door and just leaving it there for days. I didn't realize you were being so loud. Oh, yes. This one is on the list every time. Number 4. It has been reported that several residents have unauthorized individuals living in their apartment. Again, this is not allowed. No, the one about the pets feeding stray animals. Sorry. The one about, yes, exactly, Elsa. Yeah, good luck keeping it clean with children around. Yeah, that's nasty. Yes, yes, it is. Um, the one about the pets being fed, the strays. I'm sorry, I keep saying pets. The stray animals getting fed. That's the one that pisses me off. I understand that this part of Douglas, because there's two parts. There's here where I live in the white and red buildings, and then there's the old people buildings out back. That's a different section. They can have pets, we cannot, because that's under a different, I don't know, set of rules. I understand that we're not allowed to have pets, but feeding an animal that is starving is natural instinct for anybody with a heart. Okay, I had trouble when I was a kid growing up. I had trouble not just tossing food down to an animal that lived with us, that was ours. Okay, if I'm eating something and it's sitting there looking at me with big eyes, it's hard to say no. And that didn't change when I grew up. Okay, if I see something starving, unless it's something, like a bug, I'm probably going to give it a bite of food. Human decency. Yes, exactly, Elsa. It's human decency. You can't help but give something that's starving something to eat. And if you can't, oh my God, what kind of heartless asshole are you to be able to sit there and watch something starve to death? Christ like love. Yes. I mean, honestly, can you call yourself a Christian and mean it if you can watch something starve to death and die and not care? I just don't see it. I'm not saying you're not a Christian, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is look at your heart. If you can look at something and starve to death and die and not care, you need to take a good look at your heart. Look inside. Because you'll never make me believe for a second, not even a millisecond, that if Jesus was standing there, he would let that animal starve. I'm sorry, but I don't see that happening ever. A thing from the apartments. Oh, hold on, guys. He wouldn't do that. No, no, he wouldn't do that because he cared about people and animals. Oh, let me know if this starts clicking. I've got a neighbor messaging me. We did too. Mike is freaking out a little bit. Sorry, one of the neighbors was freaking out because they got one of those papers. You just, you really need to take a good look at yourself if you can watch something starve. You really do. I just don't see it. Saxon, I hope you don't mind that I decided to have a bitch fest for your birthday. Okay. Conscience will eat me alive. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, there last night. My power was, oh God, 9 hours? 90 minutes. Oh my God. Using the data on my phone. Hopefully it won't be out as long as last night so I can join tonight. Oh, okay. I may still be bitching about this tonight. I don't know. He is at the store and will join when he can. Okay. I'm probably going to wrap it up right here in a minute, but should be back tonight at some point. Out with a friend for his birthday. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy, Saxon. Oh my God, I'm going to throw it. Not me. I'll bitch along with you. Yes. Now, I normally go over that list of rules and laugh about it because some of them are just so stupid. And it's just rules that they have to pass down from the top. It's just amazing. It's mind blowing. Sometimes I may go over some of them tonight just to give you guys a good laugh. But some of them are just common sense. But I think I will wrap it up. And I mean, if you see this, please know that it's okay that you weren't here. I will see you tonight. Um, but I had to go live. I was so upset. And I mentioned something to my son about, man, it's just amazing that I don't go live right now and just bitch about it. And he went, go live, go live. You should go live. And let me put this out there just so y'all know. I'm streaming live on about 5 or 6 different channels right now. But what will you do if pets? I don't know what you're talking about, Elsa. What pets? Since I know I'm streaming on about 3 or 4, maybe 5 different, I think it's 5 different places now at the same time simultaneously. So I'm not just on YouTube. To those on Facebook that sees this, fuck you for reporting people for feeding an animal. Okay? Howson, I understand that you guys have rules sent down from the top and that you can't change that. I get that. But at the same time, the asshole, nosy ass, cold-hearted bitches that reported it to housing, y'all can go fuck yourself and go curl up in a corner somewhere and die. I'm not to death because you are a heartless bitch. You know nothing. That's right. I know nothing. And yes, I know you see my Facebook because I've seen you react to some of the things that I post, you dumbasses. And for God's sakes, if you have a problem with me, be a grown up and come to my face and talk to me. But I know you're not going to do that because you're too big of a pussy and you're still a cold-hearted bitch and an asshole. Okay, I'm going to feed a stray animal if I see it starving. If that gets me in trouble with housing, then it gets me in trouble with housing. You can kiss my ass and go curl up in a corner somewhere and die for reporting me. And for reporting anybody else. Name drop. That's right. Okay, but anyway, with that said, I'm going to go and I will see y'all tonight around 8-ish. But that is going to do it for now. This is Us Pets Queen, co-leader of the posse, and Beth Sister. Stay horny, my friends. And I am tripping out.